Hey friends, so in this video I'm going to take you through how to start a side hustle step by step. So the first step is to think of an idea. What would you like your side hustle to be? And this first step is honestly one of the hardest steps. Ooh, I know, I'll be an events caterer. No, I'm going to be a graphic designer. No, I know. I'll be a YouTuber so I can ask people to smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But something that I've learned over the past couple of years is not to agonize over it too much. I have started multiple side hustles over the past couple of years. Some side hustles which have worked out and some side hustles which just haven't worked out at all. And the one thing that I've learned is it's more important to start something, to fail quickly and then recover and then be able to learn from those mistakes than to just spend all of your time in the planning phase and the ideation phase. So, how's the business idea going? Oh, that business. I haven't started it yet. I'm still thinking about it.
One eternity later.
So, have you started the business yet? Oh, no, I haven't started the business yet. I'm still thinking about it. Because at the end of the day, you never really know how something's going to work out until you try it. Something else that I've learned about starting a side hustle is it's really important to start something that you're passionate about. Because every single side hustle that you do start, no matter how easy it sounds in your head, it's going to be difficult and it's going to have some dips. And it's a lot easier to push through those dips when you start a side hustle that you actually really enjoy and something that really makes you happy. And that's why I think it's important to start something that you're really passionate about. The second step is to start to get some proof of concept and feedback from people. The one thing that I've learned over the past couple of years is it's important to just get your idea out there, to talk to as many people as possible, and don't worry so much about them stealing your idea, because most of the time, people probably aren't looking to steal your idea, and it's a great way to get feedback from people. This can also help you iron out some of the kinks in your idea and your business concept, and potentially help you gather more ideas and more feedback so you can make your business even better. The third step is just to keep in mind that you don't actually have to quit your job in order to start a side hustle or a business. I have had numerous side hustles over the past couple of years, and all of these side hustles I've been able to work on outside of my full-time job during the evenings and also on weekends as well. Ooh, and by the way, I have started a side hustle in my side hustle. Every weekend I will be publishing a new video to my Patreon. So if you want to support this YouTube channel through Patreon, I've got a link in the description below. Sometimes starting a business or a side hustle does seem really overwhelming, and we may feel like we won't have enough time to do everything. But here's something that I've learned that has really helped me. If you just work on your side hustle and try to improve it just by 1% each day, at the end of the year, it will be 37 times better than when you started. Yes, that's right, 37 times better than when you started. Because these tiny little changes, even if it's just 1% per day, will really compound over time. So the next step is to create a business name. This is also one of those other ideas where you can just probably agonize over it for a really long time. But honestly, I think that it's just more important to try and get stuff done, get it out there, and then you can refine it as you go. And once you have your name, the next step is to set up a business email. When you are starting a business or a side hustle, I think it's really important to have a separate email address. This will make it a lot easier to manage moving forward, because then you can just create new accounts when you need to for your business using this new email address. And it will just be a lot easier to manage communications from one email address rather than using your personal email address. You can create a free email address using Gmail. You can also purchase a custom domain and then have more of a real business email address, but I suggest using Gmail just because this will help you lower your costs at the beginning, and then once you see that your side hustle and your business is starting to pick up a bit, you're starting to generate more money, then you can potentially look at upgrading your email into more of a personal domain. Something that I've learned over the past couple of years is it's really important to try and keep your costs low, especially at the beginning, because as much as we want our side hustles to work, we're not quite sure if it's going to work out at the end of the day. So it's better to keep our costs low at the beginning, and then we can always increase them as our business starts to get more traction. traction. So, Queenie, should I buy this ergonomic space chair? It's on sale. It was $20,000 and now it's only $10,000. But don't worry, it's a business expense, so it's fine. So the next step potentially is to create a website. Depending on your side hustle or business, you may need to create a website. But if you don't really need a website in order to create your side hustle, then I would suggest try to put this off a little bit because websites can be pretty expensive and time consuming to build. So unless you really do need a website in order to conduct your business, I would try to leave this until later on as you start to see your business and your side hustle getting more traction. So I actually learned how to create websites myself by taking these courses on Udemy. And I highly recommend checking out Udemy if you would like to start building your own websites because this can help you save a lot of costs on your business or side hustle. Another thing that you can look into is to create a landing page instead of creating a business website. So if you do need some sort of page or some sort of mini website, you could create a landing page and this will take you a lot less time to set up than a full-blown website. And it will be a lot cheaper as well. There are a lot of different costs that go into building a website. For example, you would need to register a domain. Then you will also need to purchase website hosting, which is another recurring cost that you need to pay for every single month. Then you'll probably need to purchase a website theme. And depending on what type of website you have, maybe if you would like to create a Shopify website, you also do need to pay Shopify a subscription for creating a Shopify website. And then there are potentially other subscriptions that you will need to pay for just to maintain your website. So websites can be pretty costly to set up, and that's why I think it's important to try and leave this part as late as you can, so then you don't spend too much money up front.
Please pay your website fee.
Seriously? You need more money? Alright, fine. Why are websites so expensive? And if you're not really keen on learning how to build your own website, there are a lot of freelance web designers on Upwork and freelancer.com and a variety of other websites that you can reach out to. So the next step is to create a logo. You could spend a lot of money developing the most amazing logo, but I think in the early days, it's important to just get something out there, even if you have to make do with what you have and create the logo yourself. Yes! This is the best logo I have ever created. Then as your business or side hustle starts to generate more money, then you can look at investing in a designer to actually design your logo. The next step is to start creating some social media channels. And this is something that you should be looking into when you are thinking of your business name, because I think it is important to try and get a business name that is quite unique so you won't get confused with any other brands. Oh my gosh, guess what? I have just secured my Instagram username. It is petwalkersaustralia ___3. And having social media handles which are the exact same on every single platform is really important if you do want to build a scalable business. So the next step is to create a business number or an ABN if you are in Australia. Having an ABN is important so that you can distinguish your business income from your personal income. So when you do go to invoice your clients or your customers, you can use this ABN number. You also may be able to claim GST. You do have to claim GST on your ABN if you are earning more than $70,000 per year. If you're earning less than this, then it is optional to register for GST. And it can also help you register an Australian domain name. And the best part is creating an ABN is surprisingly simple and it's also free. So once you do have these things set up, the next step is to start getting the word out there and to start marketing your business. What I've learned over the past couple of years is content is so important in order to have a successful business. Have you ever noticed that influencers often start some of the most successful businesses? For example, if we look at people like Pty Ltd. And the reason why these businesses are successful, in my opinion, is because they already had an audience to market their product to and to launch their business to. However, when you are starting your business from scratch and you don't have an audience to market to, it can be really difficult to get your product or your business off the ground. I don't get it. I started a business why don't I have billions of dollars yet? So my advice to you if you are starting a business or a side hustle is to start following influencers in your niche and see what they're doing with their content, and then see what you can learn from them in order to make your content better. I think nowadays the internet and social media platforms are so powerful and we can really use them to our advantage. Some things that have really helped me grow and build an audience is to just provide really good information to people completely for free, no strings attached. And I find the more that you give to people, the more you do tend to get back. And I really do believe karma is a real thing. And the great thing about giving up everything that you possibly know about a particular industry or a topic is once you've already put all of that information out there, you have no choice than to try and upskill yourself and to learn even more. And that's what I've definitely found by starting Invest with Queenie. Since I started to create content, put all the stuff that I knew out there into the world, it kind of forced me to have to upskill and learn even more. So then I could create more content and put even more stuff out there into this world. And I know creating content can be really scary because at the beginning, it will be looking a little bit sad. You probably won't be getting very many views. It will be a little bit embarrassing and cringe. Oh my gosh, I got my first YouTube comment. Let's see what it says. This is the worst video I've ever seen. But the more stuff you put out there, the better it will get. Something that I've learned over the past couple of years is you do tend to get quality when you do produce a lot of stuff. And when you think about it, it is kind of accurate. So back when I was in high school, I used to do art, and we often learn how to draw or how to paint by looking at famous artists' work and trying to mimic or copy their work. And then over time, we start to develop our own style and our own unique way of doing things. And the more stuff that we produce and the more that we do practice our work, the better it gets. I mean, let's just take Beyonce for example. How many Beyonce songs do we all know and love? I mean, I could probably name 5 of them that I really like. But she has over 176 songs that she has produced just by herself, just in a studio. Can you imagine how many more songs would have been created by her that weren't even published? And of course, there are all those other songs that she created with Destiny's Child. I wonder just how many songs Beyonce has produced in her lifetime in order to come up with those 5 really top big hit songs that we all know and love. And you know what? The same goes with regular people just like us. When we keep on producing more stuff and practicing and we keep on refining our work, it will get better and better and better over time. So once you do see your business or your side hustle start to get some traction, then you can start investing more and more money into it so that you can grow your business even more. I think it's important to only start investing more money into your business as it starts to generate more income and you do start to see it have more traction and you do realize that your business has legs. Because otherwise it can be really easy to blow out the budget and spend a lot of money on a business that might not necessarily work. So once your business is up and running, you're generating income and it is going pretty well, you can potentially look at talking to an accountant and potentially look at making your business a Pty Ltd. So this means that your business will be a separate entity, but it is really important to chat to an accountant to see if this is right for you. Another thing that you can look into is a small business accounting software. For me, I personally have an accounting software called Xero, and I also do have a separate business bank account. And this makes it a lot easier for me to distinguish what purchases and expenses I've made for the business and what expenses and purchases I've made personally. So it's a lot easier to reconcile all of these transactions when it does come to the end of the financial year, because all of my income and expenses are in Xero. However, I only do recommend getting a small business accounting software and paying for it monthly once you do start to see your business get a bit more traction and it does start to become worth it for you. So those are some steps on creating a business or a side hustle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. I have a secret code word for you, which is paintbrush. So write me a comment below with the word paintbrush in it, just so I know who watched this video all the way through. I really appreciate you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye! And if you want more videos, don't worry, I got you. Here are some more videos that you can watch, so make sure you click the links and click through to another video.